I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
10 yards still left on second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Second down following the run. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. The play clock's running down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here we go.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football. but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Here we go. Let's go. Green, 39.
3rd and long. It's gone. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
3-19.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Goff on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
To the air again. Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Goff on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they give this time to the tailback. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Shift together here from the D-line. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now out on the midfield, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Austin's got it left side. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, 34 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Packers are going to have a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team. And that's exactly what we just saw.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Look at the aim! Win 18! Win 18!
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Rams are going to get a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Completes it to Quick. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Third and long. It's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rodgers now to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Well, now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers to throw. And it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come up in an offset eye. Now a give. Michael running left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the... And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They go to Michael again. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Crosby puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. He'll look to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go out into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Lacey. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the